Good morning, children. Children, today again we are going to discuss the remaining part of this chapter, the Delhi Sultanate. So let's start. Children, these are the points we have already discussed in the last module. That is what we have discussed about Mahmud of Ghazni and Muhammad Ghori, those who invaded India. Mahmud of Ghazni invaded India 17 times in 25 years. He died in 1030 AD. His successors did not prove to be an excellent military commanders, and this was the main reason or the cause for the decline of the Ghaznavid empire. So today we are going to discuss about Muhammad Ghori. You can see the picture on the screen. This is the picture of Muhammad Ghori. We have already discussed few points on this picture in the last module. So let's proceed. He led the foundation of the Muslim empire in India at the end of the 12th century, established Ghurrid dynasty. In 1186, Muhammad Ghori conquered Lahore, thus ending the rule of the Ghaznavid dynasty. Muhammad Ghori captured Multan, Delhi and Ajmer and appointed his general Qutbuddin Aibak to look after his Indian possessions. After Ghori's death, Qutbuddin Aibak became the ruler of these Indian territories. Now, some interesting fact, children. I am having 12 points about Muhammad of Ghori, which you should know. First of all, Muhammad of Ghori was a governor and general under the Ghurrid dynasty. He introduced Islam to India. Second, his full name was Sahabuddin alias Muzaddin Muhammad Ghori. He was seated on the throne of Ghazni in 1173 AD. His first invasion of India was on Multan in 1175 AD. He established the Ottoman state in India. The first battle of Tehran was fought between Prithviraj Chauhan and Ghori in 1191 AD. Prithviraj won this battle. That means what? The first battle of Tehran, which was fought between Prithviraj Chauhan and Muhammad Ghori. Who won the battle? Prithviraj Chauhan. Second battle of Tehran was fought again between Prithviraj and Ghori in 1192 AD. It was Ghori's victory in this war. Now, after the second battle of Tehran, he had taken control of Delhi and Ajmer. After this war, he laid the foundation of the Muslim empire in India. Ghori is considered to be the founder of the Muslim empire in India. The battle of Chandavar was fought between the Ghori and the king Jayachandran of Kannauj. Bakhtiyar Khilji, commander of Muhammad Ghori, by conquering all India, he demolished Nalanda and Taxila universities. Ghori had gone back to Ghazni by giving his land to Qutbuddin Aibak by 1205 AD. Ghori was murdered by Khokar in 13 March 1206 AD. Children, this is the statue of Prithviraj Chauhan at Ajmer. So it is clear now, children, that Ghori marched in India. Two battles were fought between Prithviraj Chauhan and Muhammad Ghori. And finally, who won the battle? Muhammad of Ghori. Okay? Now, the Delhi Sultanate, founded by Qutbuddin Aibak, existed for over 300 years and saw the rule of 5 Muslim dynasties. Its rulers were called sultans. The main Turkish or Afghan dynasties that ruled in India during the Sultanate period are listed in the following table. You can see this table. Dynasties of Delhi Sultanate. See, in the first part, name of the dynasties are given. Mamluk or the slave dynasty. Children, Mamluk is also known as slave dynasty. You should know the fact also. Why it is called slave dynasty? Why they are called slaves? What is the reason behind this? Okay, because the slave rulers were called so because some were themselves slaves or the sons of slaves. These slaves employed by the Abbasid caliphs gradually became powerful and started administering the areas under their control as independent rulers. That is why this tag has been given slave, okay, to the Mamluks. And their period of rule was between 1206 till 1290 AD. Okay, and the names of the prominent rulers and the successful rulers of that dynasty is being given in the last column. That is Qutbuddin Aibak. We will study in detail about them in the next module. Iltutmish, Rajia Sultan, Ghiyasuddin Balban. Number 2 is the Khilji dynasty, then the Tughlaq dynasty, then Sayyid dynasty and the Lodi dynasty. Now, Mamluk or the slave dynasty, and their ruling period is what? 1206 till 1290 AD. Children, following Ghori's death, his governors declared themselves independent. One such governor was Qutbuddin Aibak, who took control of Ghori's possessions in India. Qutbuddin Aibak is considered the founder of both the Delhi Sultanate and the slave dynasty, that is the Mamluk dynasty. Most of the rulers of this dynasty, that is Qutbuddin Aibak, Iltutmish and Balban, started their career as slaves. So the dynasty was called the slave dynasty. This was also one of the main reason behind this. Qutbuddin Aibak was the first ruler of the Mamluk dynasty. Initially, he ruled from Lahore and later on he moved his capital to Delhi. Aibak ruled for only 4 years. Aibak is portrayed as a ruler who took care of his subjects. His kindness and generosity earned him the title of Lakbakhsh. Okay, you will remember this, which means giver of lakhs. He is also remembered for starting the construction of Qutub Minar, but he was not successful. Okay, and Aibak also built India's first mosque, that is Kuwait ul Islam, that is Might of Islam. Aibak died while playing polo in 1210. He was buried in Lahore. He was succeeded by Iltutmish. Children, now we will discuss further in the next module. By then, you will refer to page number 25 and 26 and highlight or underline the important terms given in those pages. That's all for today, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.